Good evening, Sai.
Hi. Hi, Srinivas.
Hope all okay?
Yeah, all okay.
Okay. Is anyone joining? You said someone is joining.
Yeah, my friend, one of the Om Prakash will be joining the call. So
Yeah.
just now he confirmed also. Just
Okay.
just a minute.
Just let us wait for 1 or 2 minutes. I'm just checking with other
Sure.
people also. Okay.
Okay, sure, please. Srinivas is joining. His Zoom application is updating. So
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
just
No problem. So while we'll be joining, just
okay.
let know each other.
Okay.
So he's joining. Just a minute. Okay. Join.
Yeah, he joined.
Yeah.
Hi, Om Prakash. Hi, Prakash.
Good evening, Prakash. Prakash, you are on mute. It's connecting maybe. So
Oh, yeah, I connected.
yeah, you just do like, hi Prakash. Good evening.
Hi, good evening.
Okay,
Sri, right?
so Sri, yeah, Sri, yeah. So
Yeah.
first of all, thanks for joining in a short notice. So this is basically AWS data engineering introduction at high level, and my name is Srinivas, and I have nearly 20 plus years of IT experience, and I come up with a combination of data engineering and also data science, some part of agentic AI also. So I'm currently working as a cloud data AI architect in a multinational bank in UK, and I majorly focus on handling the multiple projects which involve the cloud data engineering and cloud MLOps and agentic AI applications. This is about my high level experience. Out of my 20 plus years, I worked on multiple tools and technologies, starting from Oracle PLSQL and then moved to ETL, Informatica, then moved to big data, and then from big data to I moved to some time on data science and machine learning. And after that, I moved to AWS Cloud and Snowflake and Azure for some time. From 2017 and 18, almost 18 onwards, I am majorly focusing on building the applications and deploying in the AWS Cloud, especially along with Snowflake and also some part of agentic AI. This is about myself, and maybe at high level about both of you one by one. Maybe starting with Sai.
Yeah, hi, Srini. Thanks for your introduction. So currently, I have the experience in the storage and backup. So
Okay.
currently working on a Capgemini,
Okay.
and I also have the experience in the Windows VMware environment.
Uh-huh.
So I just want to, I mean, like I just have the Azure administration,
Mm-hmm.
uh, theoretically, not for the technically.
Got it.
So I just want to move the for the cloud.
Mm-hmm.
So in our environment also, we are trying to start the cloud migrations from the on-premises to the cloud.
Cloud. Okay.
So
Okay.
that's what I'm looking for the
Got
change
it.
of
Got it.
the
That
cloud.
totally makes sense. Totally makes sense. Good to know. Thank you so much. And
Thanks.
Prakash.
Yeah. Thanks, Srinivas. It's your experience is very, very like very big experience compared to we.
Which means I'm very old. Huh?
Not old. Like
I'm just
we
kidding.
are
I'm
not.
just kidding.
Yeah. So we are just kept our side as a backbenchers. We are just
Hey, I'm also backbencher only. But
like
only
we
after.
are not
Well,
upgraded ourselves.
in the
We
part of
just
the part of the
not
technology, we are stuck in one
technicals.
level only.
Technical
Yeah,
side. Yeah,
exactly,
yeah, yeah. Got it,
exactly.
got it.
We just hold on in our like Windows administration, system administrations, those kind of. So
Mm.
now like we open our eyes.
That's true, too. That is
It's
the right decision at right time because why I'm telling this
yeah.
is majority people who are working in different areas, not only I'm saying about you, your experience, even people
Mm-hmm.
working on even in other clouds, even
Mm-hmm.
GCP, if you take like Azure cloud, or some people who are
Yeah.
working on Oracle DBAs, you see,
Mm-hmm.
this some of the technologies are becoming they're going to be vanished. So because
Yes, yes,
everything is becoming cloud and
correct,
infrastructure as a service, which means that nobody will care about the people who knows how to like manage infrastructure now. Because
correct.
to create a big data cluster, if you see, when I was working with MasterCard in 2012 and 13, I used to interact with multiple Hadoop administrators and then Linux administrators who used to involve, and many people used to involve. So there's a big team of 50 to 60 people. Now, if you
Mm-hmm.
see the market, we do not need so many people. Within within
Yeah,
within AWS itself, I can create a big data cluster within 5 minutes.
correct.
So that is what the market is changing, and even machine learning models. When I started developing, I used to do so much coding, thousands of lines of
Mm-hmm.
coding. Now I do not need. Simply go and ask
Yes.
Copilot. I need this requirement with this technology, and it will suggest us by generating the code, and that will itself will create end-to-end deployments also. No.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Even we
what we
have
have to,
started use.
huh, automated deployments
Yeah.
mainly. So just to give a heads up on just I want to discuss today is I want to give you a high level. You may already have some knowledge on this particular cloud computing at high level. Let me try to
Mm-hmm.
give you a high level overview, and we'll see
Yeah,
what we are going to cover as part of this particular training also. Okay.
yeah. Before that,
Hmm.
myself and Ganesh are similar experience.
Okay.
Only almost close to experience. Only thing Ganesh having a little bit more knowledge on data centers, storages, those kind of.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Mine is infrastructure side, managing the infrastructure. And in
Mm-hmm.
this field, I work on a VMware. Now I'm slowly going to Azure,
Understood.
AD, Azure implementation, Intune, those kind of. Slowly, I'm developing
That's good,
myself
good,
and I'm
but
learning.
good to change the domain because
Yeah, it's.
whenever even I change the domains, right, people were like used to criticize me because when I shifted from like for example from development Oracle of base development to ETL, that's my own decision, and ETL to big data my own decision, big data to data science my own decision. But people used to scold me, why are you changing technologies frequently? That is not going to be good. But I felt that is good. If you don't change the technology right up to the
Yeah,
market, you cannot survive also. No.
true.
So the same
Yeah,
The
thing I
current
did.
situation,
same thing. We are facing the same thing now.
No,
current
I know that.
situation in the
Yeah,
market.
that's what I tell many people. See, people who comes to me similar to how you came to me, I suggest them to learn one programming language. That too Python you have to learn. Now the market
Mm.
is, right, how Python is like capture the entire market. If you know Python, you can do anything.
Mhm.
Because that's what I'm suggesting people. In every of my course, I teach Python. So even as
Right.
part of this training also, we learn Python and then SQL. Then we move to the cloud services also. Let me try to share my screen.
So your education background is B.
No. I'm not an engineering graduate. I am a BSc Computer Science graduate. After that, I did my MSc Computer Science from my 8 KG to PG. I finished in my hometown, Nellore. I
Because
only
why I'm asking this, like
uh, uh,
if you say Python, na, we scare about that coding is kind of.
Who knows? Even I was afraid of Python when I started learning, to be honest.
Yeah.
You compare with
If you
no. When you're
yeah,
learning
please.
Python, compare with Java, C++. Then you'll feel very easy.
Okay.
I'm a C programmer. I learned C with very passion in 1998. Later, when I
Yeah.
started working, I worked on Pro C for some time, C with Oracle, because that helped me. I worked on COBOL also for some time, Pro COBOL. But when I started learning Python, I never touched Java or C or C++ in my career after that, from 2012. So don't worry about coding and all. Now you do not even do coding also. You have Copilot now.
Yeah.
Uh,
Everything has been there.
don't need to worry about coding and all, because nobody is expecting to do coding. At least you should have a knowledge to evaluate what the tool is generating. You got it right?
Yeah.
Copilot, whatever it is generating, you should be in a position to evaluate and accept it. You got it?
Yeah. Got
Yeah.
it. Thank you.
That is what you have to learn. Earlier, people were depending on Google. Now people are depending on these tools. That is what happening
Yeah,
now.
it is.
AI
Yeah.
tools, correct. Because we cannot go and write everything. Everything we not even need to write, because people are not even expecting also. If you people are some people asking to do coding and all, they are behind only in my perspective. There's no need to do coding and all. Understand the feature,
Concepts.
concepts, and try to do some one or two use cases on your own. Then you will get more clarity end to end. Why we need that clarity also? To ask the right prompt to the tool. Correct, no?
True. Yes.
So if your requirements are clear, right, the tool also will give the correct solution.
Yeah.
Even for some of the requirements, you cannot go and immediately give a solution. The A to Z the tool will give now, including documentation, starting from business requirements to till the deployment and monitoring. You can do everything by using these tools. Okay, so first let us understand. You might have heard about the term data engineering. It's very
Yes, sir.
it's not a new term, right? Data engineering is basically, it was happening for a while, because many people does not know data engineering was running from 1980s itself. Data engineering, when people started, they started with files, electronic files, floppy disk, and later we got some other compact disk, and then we got like DVDs. See, most of the things people were managing through electronic files, correct? No, initially. So
Yes,
later
yes.
what happened? Later what happened? People started thinking, when they want to relate the data, they were facing some complexity, because to create a relation, we need some kind of common columns, and we need some kind of software. So that is where in 1980s to 90s, in between, the first database called DBase came into market, which is called DBase, which is a command line interface. So that how I know that is because in my curriculum, in my degree, I was having DBase as a database in 2001. So when I started learning DBase, then we got FoxPro also, the graphical user interface of DBase. And FoxPro was one of the popular database in 90s for banking sector. Many companies were using FoxPro. Later we got Visual FoxPro also. But that was not a big success, because Oracle came the same time with security and other extra features. And slowly it captured the market, and FoxPro became vanished. Nobody was using FoxPro now. Nobody knows also what is FoxPro. And slowly, after success of Oracle RDBMS, we got other databases like SQL Server came to the market from Microsoft. We also got like Sybase, MySQL, PostgreSQL. Many different databases have been started, and every company started using the database of their choice, and they started the data engineering using databases. So from 90s to 2000, that particular decade, many companies started their data engineering using the databases first. So database engineering, we used to call that as. But that database engineering was happening end-to-end in the database only, like PLSQL coding, TSQL coding. So most of these things were successfully happened, and data was successfully stored in the databases, and every company started using that data, and they started building their applications also using Java and other tools. As soon as when we moved to 2000 decade, right, 2000 to 2000, in the end of 2000 and the starting of 2001 and 2 and 3, the ETL also became popular because every company want to analyze their data. They were unable to manage with real-time data because the real-time data will be most frequently keep on changing. So we cannot go and do analysis. If you today the data maybe customer address is Bangalore, tomorrow the same report will show as Delhi. So people started experiencing some challenges in maintaining the data also. So the data which is in real time was changing. So companies were unable to create the reports which are giving a communication gap to the management. So they started thinking like, why can't we separate this? Let us separate this database to another copy and call it as a, keep only historical data and call it as a data warehouse. That is how that birth of data warehouse started. And you know how Informatica became popular. You remember, right? Informatica.
Yeah, Informatica.
Informatica was very popular because ETL, the company started building their ETL jobs. They don't want to write the coding. They want to do plug and play. So Informatica was one of the popular tool with Oracle, where it became one of the fundamental requirement for most of the companies to build ETL pipelines. From 2000 to 2005, 6 and 7, this Informatica and other data stage, some of the ETL tools, like they ruled the market. The ETL was happening, and every company started building their enterprise level data warehouses. And this particular
whatever
data,
whatever you're telling, we are in the front end. You support engineers to use those
correct.
tools.
True. I'm a backend engineer, to be honest. Correct.
Yeah,
I was the backend engineer. Correct. You're right.
Yeah. Myself and Ganesh also, when we are working in a company called Mitra, so we are install those servers
okay,
and
cool.
given to backend team.
Correct. The same thing.
When hearing those names and it's like recalling our.
Good to recall, because what my today's agenda is, I want you to show the journey of data engineering. You should know where we were earlier and where we are standing now.
Yeah.
So if you know that, right, then you will understand the importance of this cloud data engineering. That's what my intention. Okay. So after this 2009, 2010, up to 2010, everybody was happy because the data engineering was happening with these tools, and every company started hiring people who are very having knowledge in Informatica, was having huge demand. But as soon as we moved to 2010 decade, right, there was a big revolution in data. After 2010 or 12, we can call it as, suddenly data got increased. Do you know what is the reason by any chance? Anyone of you?
Security.
So online.
Can we say social media?
Yeah.
If you see, if you remember, in 2008, 7, 8, and 9, Facebook was just started, but there was a community called, similar to Facebook, there was a community from Google called Orkut. You remember that?
Orkut, yeah. I remember that.
Orkut later it has been they became obsolete, but that was the starting point where people started creating their social media profiles.
Yeah.
So many people were using Orkut account. But when Facebook became success, right, later Orkut has been closed. Because when Facebook started their journey, they nobody was even supporting. I remember that in 2007. And slowly everybody started using that, and they started giving provision to upload images, videos, documents, many things. So what will happen if you give a provision? You can imagine how a video will consume the storage, right? In 2000,
Yes.
2012, I can say 2000, not 12, 2003, 3 and 4, I used to copy movies in pen drive also. 1 GB movie. I used to watch. So the consumption of storage of this particular videos was very high. So we cannot manage them they are unstructured data, right? They are not structured also. When I say structured, rows and columns, like database tables. So all RDBMS, relational database systems for storing in the data in the form of rows and columns, that is in the tables only. Nobody was thinking about semi-structured, unstructured data before 2010. Even Informatica was supporting, but not 100%. They were supporting some file formats, that too flat files like CSV files only. As soon as JSON files came to the market after big data, slowly semi-structured data types also increased. JSON, XML, Parquet, Avro, ORC, all these also came into the market. These are all got invented after 2012 because big data has been increased. The data suddenly increased to petabytes to zettabytes. So we cannot manage this data, this kind of data in the normal traditional databases, right? Because they were designed for storing data in the form of structured form, rows and columns. So that data has been, people started thinking like ETL is not going to help us, let us move to ELT. Instead of extracting, transforming and loading, let us move to extracting, load and transform. That is how the big data, Hadoop, HDFS and MapReduce, these two became popular. After 2012 to 2017-18, you would have seen the very high growth for this particular big data engineers. Even people, I saw many people, their hikes also very fast. Even I got very good hike also because I'm a big data engineer in MasterCard. When I switched to my company, I got very decent hike. Because managing those many services and frameworks to maintain a big data environment was not easy also. So that is the reason people who knows these many frameworks and how to maintain these big data environments started demanding more. 30 lakhs, 40 lakhs people also paid because they want to maintain their big data environments. They need people. They cannot go and stop their business. So slowly what happened? The big data era has been slowly increased, and when we moved to the 2017-18, especially in 19, the cloud AWS also became popular and Azure also came a little bit, but suddenly the cloud consumption increased. Snowflake also came during that time only, 2012, 11 and 12, 13, 14. Suddenly after 2019, the cloud consumption increased, right? Because of COVID. Correct or not?
Yes, yes.
After
Yeah.
COVID, many companies started their cloud services, right? Zoom became very popular after COVID.
Yeah, Zoom and meetings and
Meetings, online meetings. Zoom, and then we got like Microsoft Teams, Google Meets. So everybody instant, everything they want instant, everything instant, food instant, cab booking instant, everything is instant. To maintain these applications, they need cloud technologies. That is where AWS, when they started in 2006, they were not popular also. They just started with 2 services only. Later, now you see in AWS, you see 200 plus services, more than 200. For every purpose, you have service. Machine learning, one service. Data engineering, we have so many services. Infrastructure, you may already have seen. There are so many, EC2, virtual server. DynamoDB for NoSQL databases. Redshift for RDBMS in cloud. Athena for query engine. So we have so many services. Kinesis for real-time data. QuickSight for dashboard in the cloud. EMR for big data management. Glue for like serverless ETL. S3 for storage. So like that we have the data engineering, which was in the on-premise data engineering, became now cloud data engineering. So AWS providing a group of manageable resources or services to eliminate the infrastructure complexity. Before AWS RDS service was there, people used to depend upon a Oracle DBA to create a Oracle database server. If you go and see now, I do not even need a DBA to do that. I can create my own database server also. Correct, no?
Yes.
I can create my own database server, right? Within 5 minutes. Oracle Cloud Database Server, I can create using AWS Amazon RDS service. I can create a Linux instance also using EC2. Windows Server also. I do not need any particular administrator, right?
Just like that.
Simple, very simple now. Everything just with some click.
Yeah.
With one single click, I can achieve everything. Infrastructure as a service. Terraform is very popular. Cloud formation, very popular. Template. We'll simply go and create a template and we'll just run it. It will create whatever the infrastructure I needed within fraction of seconds also. I can manage that. Pay as you go. Because cloud computing, why it became popular also because pay as you go is one particular reason, right? Like a credit card bill.
Yes, yes. Whatever we use it.
We use and pay. We know how much we need and we will use it and we'll pay for only that. Plus high availability also. If you remember, before this cloud was there, how we used to carry the files? By using pen drives, right?
Pen drives.
Yes, pen drives and
all this. Suddenly, if the pen drive will damage, what will happen?
The data will be lost.
So the data loss is one of the biggest problem. Many companies face that. So what these companies did, like Google Docs, Google Drive, OneDrive, this S3 bucket, these particular services, they will keep our data safe, right?
Yes.
And one more benefit, I can access this data from by storing anywhere using any device, anytime, 24/7.
Yes.
I can access Google Drive. I can even use my mobile also, no?
Even data retention policy also there in the Google OneDrive.
Correct, true. That is why. Agree, totally agree, correct. That is the reason why people are slowly moving from on-premise management to data management also, lift and shift. Simple. Why I should go and experience the infrastructure cost? When I was working with big data in 2016, I used to interact with the infrastructure, means the AWS team. We used to buy so much infrastructure. For 1 year, we used to buy in advance. And we used to see so much used to waste also. Only 50% also we never used to consume. Then later I realized that why we should buy this much infrastructure? Let us move to cloud. Eliminate everything. Only let us use whenever we require. That is how we reduced the infrastructure also. Renting, like how you owning a car and renting a car, which is easy nowadays. Renting a car, right?
Yes, yes.
Own a car means you need to maintain like a family.
Asset.
Correct, no? If someone some extra relatives will come, if my car is not sufficient, they will also will feel bad. Again, I have to go and hire one more cab and one more car. So we cannot buy in India, especially we live for others, right? We buy car for others, not for ourselves.
Yes.
So renting a car is easy. Correct, no? That is because the maintenance is not our burden, our headache. The service provider will take care of. That is what the companies experienced after this particular AWS cloud, Azure cloud came to the market. So people started renting these services and maintenance is zero. The cloud computing started giving so many benefits. Data security also, correct, no? Nobody can access my data without my permission, right?
Yes, yes.
That is one of the main benefit. The clients will be very happy. So these particular AWS services, whatever, mainly for data engineering, we have certain services like S3 for data storage. Very, very popular, simple storage service. And then Kinesis for real-time data processing. Kafka was one of the popular real-time service that I can manage through Kinesis in AWS. Athena, a serverless query engine. I do not need any server. Simply connect to S3 bucket, which on the files, whatever available, I can simply run SQL queries on files. QuickSight, like Power BI, I can build a dashboard. I do not need any software to install. Redshift, like a Oracle database in cloud. DynamoDB, like a MongoDB database, a NoSQL database. EMR, a big data cluster in cloud. Glue, like Informatica, a serverless query engine, sorry, ETL engine, I mean. So all these services can be integrated and we can create a end-to-end pipeline. So that is how companies started leveraging these particular services. S3, I can build a data lake. The end-to-end data engineering where I want to store. S3 will be able to help us to store. And the data warehouse I want to build, I can use Redshift. I can connect Redshift with S3 and I can build a data warehouse also. And then exabytes of data also I can store. If you go to Redshift, petabytes of data, exabytes of data I can store. That too in the cloud. The only thing is we need to pay for that. If you are able to pay, you can store any amount of data, unlimited storage. That is one of the key benefit. Correct, no? The unlimited storage is one of the requirement people majorly look for. This is one of the main reason why companies slowly move to cloud also, because we don't know, unpredictable data will come.
Yeah.
So that data, if at all I want to manage, suddenly I'm running e-commerce company. Maybe today that is not that much busy season. I got only 4 to 5 customers. Suddenly in the festival season, I got 100 customers. My floating is more. I need to manage their data, their compute, everything. So this became one of the biggest headache for the companies to auto scaling. That is also one of the reason companies moved to cloud here. Auto scale up and scale down. Instantly I can scale up, right? My cluster, my compute and storage.
Yes. Even for performance also.
Performance also, very good, correct. So all these, even now, I manage my infrastructure. I know how to manage it in AWS side. I know how much amount of data I'm consuming. I track that. I daily generate some report and I'll try to see how we are managing and how much we are consuming and how much we are spending also. Because we need to generate a report and submit to the management also. So the data life cycle, like data ingestion, and then where I can go and perform data ingestion. My data may come from a manufacturing plant with IoT devices, and how to pull the data, where to store. If it is real-time data, I can simply use a Kinesis service to connect to that and pull the data. If it is a normal structured data batch process, I can use DMS, data migration service. I can easily migrate by using the services. And once my data is collected, I can simply store in S3 by segregating into multiple buckets, and I can create a raw zone, processing zone, and a consumption zone. So 3 layers I can create. Go bronze layer for raw data, silver layer for processed data, gold layer for final data. The Medallion architecture now people are following. The processing and the transforming the data can be done through whatever the data available in my bronze layer, which is raw data. I can use AWS Glue to process it. If it is a normal structured data, it is a big data, I can use Amazon EMR Spark also. So no need to worry. We have every service available in AWS to achieve this. And finally, my consumption, if at all I don't want to go out of AWS, I have a serverless dashboard service also, which is called QuickSight, like Power BI. We are going to learn even QuickSight also as part of this to build some basic dashboards. End to end, I want to show end to end, starting from data ingestion to till building the pipelines and processing the data and how to consume it also. We consume in different ways. The data, as a data engineer, whatever I'm going to centralize will be consumed by many teams, dashboard teams, and then machine learning teams, data analysis teams. So many teams will use. So we should be very, very careful, cautious. So building these kind of data pipelines and maintaining within a seamless manner is what you have to learn. So how to segregate, compute, what services are there, storage, what services are there, databases, what services are there. We are going to learn one by one. So as a data engineer, SQL is must to know. Python must to know for current market. We will learn both of them also. And
for the SQL and sorry to interrupt. For SQL and Python will be, I mean, like you will be training for the scratch level or so.
Scratch level only, from the scratch Python, from scratch from
okay.
We will learn Python from scratch up to Pandas and NumPy, advanced Python.
Okay.
Then SQL we start from basic SQL to advanced SQL with window functions up to window functions.
But because we don't have the much knowledge on those things.
No, don't worry. Whatever I require, I'll cover the same.
Okay.
Whatever needed, I'm covering the same. We are not going to learn which is not needed. What is needed and what. See, I am a SQL developer. I cannot expect you to be the same, right?
Yes.
Everybody should know SQL, but what is required, we should know. At least minimum thing.
Yeah. Yes,
so
yes.
minimum what is not required, we will learn that one by one. So S3, you understood, right? What the purpose of S3 is to store the data.
Yes, yes.
To store the data, any kind of files I can store, images, videos, voice, documents. I can store any kind of data in the S3 for processing. So we have some storage classes here on how to maintain the data also during the archival process. So all these will have separate pricing also. So when you are storing the data in any database or anywhere, you will have some like a minimum time to access, right? It can be most frequent you will access or you may occasionally access. So if it is not a important sensitive data, critical data, you will archive also, right? Sometimes.
Yes, yes.
So that also we can decide by using the storage classes. If you give a storage class like Glacier, and this will archive your data, and to retrieve it will take some time, but it will archive. It will reduce the storage. Why we need to do that is storage cost is applicable when you store the data. If you archive it, your cost will be reduced, right? You compress it.
Yes, it's all depend on like hot data will be there, cold data will be there, how frequently we are working, and how we need to be. I mean, like what is the performance based on the storage pools also. So based on that.
Yeah. So S3 is one of the service for managing the entire storage of your data engineering project in the AWS environment. And coming to like the ingestion layer. So whatever you are going to perform after data is collected, to load the data into S3 bucket also, we need some services like for real-time data is coming up. Then I need to know clickstream data, we call it as. When you visit any website like Amazon or any Flipkart, you go and visit multiple pages and you will navigate, correct, no? You click on some products and you monitor them and review them, and you will buy something which you are interested. Sometimes you will not even buy. Yes. But when you buy anything, while before going to the cart and you are going to pay money, they will recommend you some other products also, correct, no?
Yeah.
The recommendations. How do they know that you are interested in that product, correct, no? Anytime when you buy any product, they will recommend you, why can't you buy this product also together? That recommendations, whatever is happening, will be a real-time recommendations. On fly, they will decide, the system will decide according to the pages you visited, how many times you visited, which product you selected, how much time you spent in that page, and which products you added to the cart. Everything they will keep on tracking. And that real-time actions to capture, I need to know a real-time processing framework or service called Kinesis.
Inches. Okay.
Any batch data processing, I do not need that. So batch data I can simply copy and I can later process, right? Any data I want to process later, I can copy anytime. But on fly, I want to immediately process. For example, credit card fraud detection. I cannot wait, right? Fraud transactions. Can I wait a credit card and bank will come and say, after 1 week they say credit card fraud, you will scold them, right? Some bank representative called you. Last week there was a fraud transaction. Then what is your reaction?
So immediately we need to inform.
No. You will say, why didn't you inform me on the date itself?
Okay.
You will ask, right?
Escalation will happen.
Money laundering also. So money laundering transactions also, you cannot wait.
Yes.
High risk, right?
Yes.
Assume that there was a money laundering transactions. If you, after 1 week, if you say money laundering, people will scold you. Those kind of critical things should be immediately addressed. So a credit card fraud detection or money laundering detection immediately should be blocked. If I am able to capture real-time transactions, then only I can block, right? That is where Kinesis will help you.
Okay.
Kinesis not only for that, even I can process real-time videos also on fly. Like for example, there was a traffic department, they will keep on monitoring the speed limit of CCTV. So I can connect Kinesis to that and I can capture the videos of vehicle speed limit and I can tag them by scanning their number plates also. We can do that. So Kinesis is very, very powerful, the service. Plus, we also have data migration service to migrate the data from on-premise to this cloud databases. The DMS service will help you.
DMS, okay.
Data migration service, correct.
Yes.
And Amazon MSK manages like Kafka. This also we can use. Kinesis and Kafka both are real-time processing engines.
Okay.
So for real-time data ingestion and all, I can use this. For the batch processing, I can use this. Clear?
Okay.
We'll see in deep about all these services one by one. And for processing also, after ingestion is done, to transform the data, I need one service, right? Like Informatica. So here, Glue will help in that. The Amazon Glue, AWS Glue is a serverless ETL engine.
ETL, okay.
For the ETL processing and all, we can select which is the source and which is the target, what transformation want to apply. I can achieve through this Glue service. A fully managed by Amazon team. Glue team will be there. So they will take care of how to maintain the service. But as a user, we can go and start using this Glue ETL service, and I can connect to directly to a real time like data also by using Glue, like using Kinesis, and pull the data and process it. And I can create a real time ETL pipeline also using Glue. So my source will change. And finally, whatever the processed data, I can push into a data warehouse like Redshift also. So the Glue, we also have Glue catalog, which will store the metadata, and any big data will come into picture. Then I'll go with the EMR service, Elastic MapReduce. How we have big data like MapReduce and HDFS in Hadoop side. Here in AWS environment, EMR is the service. So we can create EMR cluster and process petabytes of data within fraction of milliseconds. If my project involves big data, then only we'll use it. Clear? For sometimes you orchestrate the jobs also, right? Like for example, I want to schedule my ETL pipelines. I cannot go and manually run every time, right? You will automate. You will automate also. Schedule. The scheduling part. Generally, you might have heard about Airflow is one of the popular one now in the market. Apache Airflow.
Okay.
The Apache Airflow is, you might have heard about AutoSys also.
Yeah, AutoSys we
you know, right? the orchestration, AutoSys, Control M Desktop. These tools basically used for creating jobs and scheduling jobs and creating some dependency, all this stuff. So Apache Airflow also the same. It can help you to orchestrate your jobs, workflows. And similar to that, we have Airflow is open source, but managed Airflow. This is called managed Airflow, which Amazon Airflow. Amazon also, they built their own Airflow. This is called managed Airflow. And Amazon built their own Linux operating system also. So they have their own Linux, they have their own Airflow, which they built. And if you don't want to use this, you can use AWS step functions also. That also another service. You can use any of the service. Now, so coming to like analytics side, we can also use this analytics in the sense on top of the data, whatever we have, we need to apply some kind of queries and pull the data and do some aggregation and try to generate some reports and all, correct? No? To maintain all this, we need some tools that like Redshift will come into picture. A Redshift is a cloud data warehouse where I can store the data and then I can apply some SQL queries and then process this data and generate some results. So Redshift is one, and we also have one more service called a Redshift is a serverless database. And we also have a serverless query engine also, that is Athena. Generally, to run any SQL queries, I need a database server, right? Yes or no?
Yes.
But here for Athena, we do not need any service. We do not need any server. It is just like a service which will allow you to directly run the select statement, and the files that are present in the S3 bucket or directly access the tables of Redshift directly from Athena, or DynamoDB tables also I can access. This is just like a query engine. They will charge you for each query. How much amount of data you are scanning, you need to pay for that. Per terabyte, they will charge you. Every service will have its own way of charging. Redshift, they will charge you based on the storage and compute. Athena, and how much amount of data you are scanning, they will charge you. Glue, what is the like time you are using Glue ETL. S3, how much amount of data you are storing. So like that, every service will have a separate type of pricing. We should understand even that too. Clear? And coming to like any kind of real-time data pipelines you want to create, you can use, this is one example where assume I have a real-time data coming up from a website and I want to capture that. So we can create a API gateway service. Like for example, I can use it and I can connect through Python and pull the data. And to run that particular API service, to run the Python code, I can use a Lambda service. To run your Python code or any kind of code, you need a laptop, correct? No? Or PC, like a server. But here in AWS, I do not need a separate server. A Lambda service can run your code. It can be Python code or Java code or any code. Simply go to the service and execute your code, it will execute. But while creating your code, you need to clearly mention which language you are using and which language you are compiling out to or input you have to use, you need to mention. And once your data is coming through Lambda to S3 bucket, and which will be stored in the form of parquet format. Parquet is one type of file format which will compress your data. 1 terabyte CSV file can be converted into 60 GB or 20 GB parquet file. What will happen if you reduce the size? Your storage cost is reduced, right?
Yes.
So that is the benefit with this particular advanced file formats, parquet, Avro, ORC. these file formats will reduce the storage cost.
Okay.
That is why we should know them. Go to any big data project, these file formats are very common.
But deduplication also will be there for the
I'm sorry?
deduplication. I mean, like most of the thing, deduplication and compression will be there, right?
This compression will be there, right?
Yeah, compression. I mean, like this. PARQ is a compression. So
Compression.
deduplication is also operation services.
Yeah,
also
it will be there. Even ORC is there, Avro is there.
Okay. Okay.
So we can store. Yeah. But the benefit with AWS services is they can process the data even in Parquet format. For example, Athena can pull the data, extract the data even in Parquet format. Redshift also can directly pull the data in the Parquet format or Avro format or CSV format, JSON format also. So Kinesis can pull this data by using Lambda and it can push into a data stream, and this data stream can be directly connected to QuickSight also to build a real-time dashboard. So I want to build a real-time dashboard for my team. So their backend will be all this, whatever you see till here to here. My team will only see this one, front end, a dashboard. But how the data will come to this dashboard is which is our job. Right data. Correct, no?
Yes, yes.
That is where you have to focus on how to build a efficient pipeline to give the right data to the consumers. Clear?
Yeah.
These are all the different services which we are going to learn one by one. And what we are going to cover also, I already shared you. Let me share once again. We would have already seen this. Did you open this file, both of you? So we are going to learn SQL, Python, and ETL basics. And then we are going for the AWS core services. And we are also going to learn each and every service one by one. We are going to learn SQL and Python and then ETL foundation, and then we'll move to the basic AWS services which are like very important, like IAM, S3, EC2. Then we'll go to the Lambda and then step functions. Then we'll move to the big data like EMR service. We are going to learn, and also AWS Glue with PySpark is very important here. We are going to learn PySpark also. Then we'll move to the Kinesis streaming data processing, and then DynamoDB also. Then we'll move to the actual analytics like Athena and Redshift we are going to learn. And here in the big data processing, we'll even cover the DMS service also, DMS and RDS as part of the databases. And apart from this, we also are going to do some capstone projects, which you can see here one by one: stock market data pipeline and transactional, like to analytics migration with the CDC chain data capture. Then we are going to learn about the IoT, real-time data processing also, monitoring also. Then a clickstream analytics also. So these are all few projects I mentioned, but I will try to see if I cover more than this also.
Okay.
Any questions?
Did you share this link?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
I shared, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is already there.
Yeah, it is there. It is there. I shared you. Any questions? Sai, Ganesh.
One minute. So,
Tell me.
So what exactly the data engineer will do the thing?
Every data engineer day-to-day responsibilities will be how to manage the services and how to use the services, and any challenges or failures will happen, how to maintain the data pipelines that are running in production. And it may not be all services you use together, right? Sometimes you may use only one or two services in one of the pipeline. For batch processing, I do not need Kinesis, right? For only real-time data processing, only I use Kinesis. If my batch processing, I'll end up with the DMS and Redshift. These are sufficient. So we are going to learn how to create multiple use cases with these services, scenarios. Then you will understand better. See, for every service, we learn with use case, but after learning with use case, we also will learn on how to integrate them, right?
Yeah.
That we are going to learn. That we are going to learn one by one with some use cases, so that you will understand how a service is dependent on other service. Clear?
Yeah.
That is what you have to understand, because most of the times when you are learning this particular tools or services, people only learn service and they leave, but that is not good practice, right? If you know how to use it and what is the need of that service, then that is give more clarity also. Learning is I can learn from YouTube also, then there is no need of any person to even train me. But when you learn with some use case, right, that will give you more confidence and then clarity also. So we are going to learn with use cases only. I encourage people to learn any technology, learn with some use cases that in real time. Then only you will learn faster. Clear?
Yeah.
Any other questions?
And what about the lab things? So we need to create.
You can create a free account. They'll give you 6 months account.
Okay, it will be covered all the things.
All the
right?
services.
All the services will be covered.
Correct. We'll learn all the services as part of this 6 months that they are giving now. You can use it.
Okay. So what about the material? For the
You
after the
will
class.
receive a Google Drive access. Let me show you. Anyway, you are already here. This is my another batch which is going to complete tomorrow. Same AWS data engineering only. Whatever you see. Can you see that?
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah, you will get everything. Everything you will get. You will get materials, you will get assignments.
Okay.
You will get the scripts, SQL scripts, for example, as part of this. And you see your assignments also here.
Okay.
Everything organized, huh? Don't worry. Everything will be organized. And even if you go to AWS also, the services, you will get everything organized. Everything is organized. Even you will get some quiz documents also. To test your knowledge after the class, you can go to the quiz folder and you can test it. Make sense? Lab also, you see lab also. There are some documents available on how to go with a lab. And then
for the practice.
Practice. And these are all assignments which will give you more exposure.
Understood.
Any questions?
This we are coming to it's very beginners, like we don't know anything in the SQL or Python or AWS. We know AWS. We see that AD or other stuff, applications, SaaS applications.
Agree.
But how we can quickly learn this kind of
practice.
How about
practice. To learn, see, daily you attend the class and take some time to practice, because Python is a very easiest language. Very easiest language. Follow whatever the assignments I'm giving, right? Just follow that. They are all give you some like direction to learn and how to learn. See, learning is easy. Learning is like everybody can do, but how you are learning with examples is important.
Because in my experience, we came into in a practical mode. Whatever we learned till date in 15 years of our career, all are we directly practice and field itself, and we apply in the.
Here also same approach. All the same approach. That's why I segregated the folders also. Whatever you see, most of the things they will give you, like for example, sometimes people when they are explaining joins in database, they give some kind of like employee department tables and all. That's okay. Learning, when you're learning, you can use, but learn with domain wise, e-commerce data, correct? No? Learning with e-commerce data, that will give you some kind of like understanding of domain also, right? Correct. Learn with domain. Manufacturing domain, e-commerce domain, banking domain. When you are learning, create tables according to the domain. Then you feel that you are learning something and learn faster. Got it?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
See, learning with examples like basic examples, even non-experienced people also will learn. But learn with this domain will give you more faster learning. I will give see, that's what you get right in the requirement. If someone asked you, tell me what are the what are the products that products that does not have any orders today. That is my requirement. Then you should know which joint to apply for that. Correct, no?
Yes.
That is what I'm going to teach you. Make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Learn with examples, learn with use cases, learn what is what, but learn with examples. Are you clear?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Someone joined. Who is that? Srikanth. Is Srikanth?
Yes. Yes, sir.
He. I think you joined late. Sorry, I just observed.
Yeah, I joined late.
Any questions from your side, Srikanth?
Yeah, I want to know the batch timing. Actually, the 5 o'clock is
As
not
of now,
preferable for.
I am just planning for 5 p.m. IST because these people are working in a shift, so I started this. So what timings
Okay.
you are looking for?
At least 8:30.
8:30 may not
Not
be.
8:30. 5
Maybe
o'clock
9
now.
p.m. I can plan because I need to check with some other people. If you're okay with 9 p.m., you can connect at 9 p.m. batch also.
9 p.m. Wait, 2 minutes.
Ah.
7 p.m. can. 7 p.m.
No. 7 p.m. I have a running batch now. So
Okay.
it will be
Okay.
difficult for me for 7 p.m. 9
Okay.
p.m.
Okay.
or 8 p.m. also okay, but I can manage. But you need to confirm me on that because I need to check with other people also, right?
Okay. Because I am in Malaysia right now.
Oh,
So
how
9
about the
p.m. means
morning
it
side?
will be.
Morning time.
Morning, what time?
Uh, I'm just checking with people on 7 a.m. IST also.
Okay. Same. No. My office is there, na. That's
Uh,
why. Okay. I will ping you
just
privately,
you
separately.
are having my number, right?
Yeah, I have.
Okay, just ping
Yeah.
me then. We'll talk about that.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Okay, no problem. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
So Prakash and Ganesh.
Yeah.
So
Second, one more thing.
hmm, hmm, hmm.
So we have the 10 plus years of experience in IT, right? So whenever we are going to attend the interviews, so they will ask, they will treat it as a more experience in the AWS only. So as per their company now. So
Agree.
yeah,
Don't keep like more experience on data engineering and AWS. Keep your experience as logical. Logical in the sense you worked on something before and which is related to this. At least the more out of your 10 years, the most 6 to 7 years you keep it logical.
yeah, we mentioned like that only. But the thing is, they are expecting as per the experience, they are putting. I mean, like if they are say taking the role for the lead position like that only. So I
Definitely
feel.
right. See, every company will expect the same, but we should manage that.
Yeah, so I just want to know that real-time troubleshoot point of view. If suppose if
Hmm.
any topic was covering, so there that you are have already a work experience
Correct,
and the
correct,
thing.
correct.
So
Hmm.
I just want request for the real-time experience if possibility of the issues we occurred for this type of the things. So
I will cover
also
that. I will cover that. I will
you
cover that
can you please cover
also.
those points also.
Yeah, in
So that
every service, what issues you will encounter and what is the resolution also, I will teach you. Don't worry.
yeah, okay. So what
How
is
to
the why?
troubleshoot.
Because most of the things they will ask not the subject, only the
I
troubleshoot
know the
part and
scenarios they will. That is
yes.
what I'm telling also. Learn with that only. That is what you require.
Yeah. That's a major thing
Scenarios,
we need.
scenarios,
Yeah,
and how to address the scenarios. Correct? No.
yeah.
See, if you don't address the scenario, how can we go and work in the project? Correct? No.
Hmm.
How to debug the issue first of all.
Yeah.
That is in every service we learn that with
Okay.
scenarios and examples, real-time project experience only I want to teach you, because I don't want to go and give you just what is what. Clear?
Yeah, understood. Clear.
Any other questions?
Yeah, whatever you shown that training modules, everything, no? That link we don't have. We have other YouTube links which
I
you
see.
share.
Okay. Maybe I think you are not part of the group,
Yeah,
right?
we are in a demo session. I think we are not part of the team
No.
group.
I think Ganesh is a part of my group.
Yeah, but
Okay.
there is no link. I just checked with that link
What is
also.
not there? The file, huh?
No, not
So
file.
whatever you shown right now, that Google Drive link, which are parts are you covering? What are the concepts are you going to explain? Which you shown just
Not
now,
the
right?
Google Drive. So on the under the company portal, I think it was showing.
That
What are
I'll
the
share you.
topics
That
are
I'll share you in the group.
Okay.
I'll share you. That
Okay.
I'll post in the group. Maybe Prakash, you also join in the group, huh?
Yeah.
I'll
Once
ping
I
you.
get a link, I will join.
Just let me ping you. Just give me a minute, huh? And directly join in. You can join the WhatsApp group. I just ping in the chat. Prakash.
Yeah, I already joined.
And Srikanth, you also. You will get some updates in that group, okay?
Okay. Regarding fees, I will get
I'll
update.
talk to you.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Okay then. Yes. Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
Okay.
Thank you.
You just ping me. I'll talk to you.
Okay.
Bye.
Yeah. Bye.